Plaintiff Andy McElhim and his wife Ashley say Andy's daughter dated the defendant's son, and both of the defendant's sons spent a lot of time at his home. Andy claims after the defendant was arrested for possession of methamphetamines, she begged Andy to bail her out, but now she refuses to repay him. Defendant Misty Collins insists she never begged Andy to bail her out of jail and claims her mother and nephew had intended to bail her out when Andy paid the bond. Misty's countersuing for harassment because she claims Andy called her probation officer and tried to get her thrown back in jail.
Start with you.
All right, Your Honor, I met Miss Collins. My eldest daughter dated Miss Collins' eldest son for 1 year and 4 months. During that time, I got pretty close to Miss Collins as well as her 2 older boys.
Good.
They spent a lot of time at my house. Miss Collins spent a lot of time at my house. We fed them. The boys stayed several nights with us over that 1 year and 4 months, quite a few nights, as a matter of fact. We didn't think anything of it. I mean, we helped the boys with school clothes and stuff. We didn't think anything of it. And then Miss Collins happened to get arrested for visiting a common nuisance.
For what?
Visiting a common nuisance.
Visiting a communist. I say that law isn't around anymore. You can associate with communists, can't you?
That's true, that's true.
They put me in jail now for political associations.
When she arrived at the jail.
Say it again. What is it again? Say the name.
Visiting a common nuisance.
A common nuisance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
All right. When Miss Collins arrived at the
talking
jail.
About, what is it? Kama Sutra. What is that? Isn't that got something to do with that? All right, go ahead.
I guess they didn't find it in the pat down, but when she arrived at the jail, she got arrested for possession of methamphetamine, which explained a lot of why the boys spent a lot of time at my house. We, because we were close to Miss Collins, we, of course, were upset because nobody wants to see anybody's life go in that direction. We didn't know that she was doing it or if she was doing it. I still can't say to this day. But I know that she was in jail and we received a call. It was a horrible place. We had a video visit with Miss Collins, and she did indeed beg me to get her out. I advised her that was our vacation money, but if she could pay it back to me, I would. She said she had a card that would have some tax money on it. When she got out, she would pay me with that.
Income tax.
Yes, sir. I know.
How much was it?
$505 the first time.
First time.
Defendant Misty Collins says she was friends with the plaintiff until he tried to get her thrown back in jail by calling her probation officer.
All right, let's go over that first time with Ms. Collins. Ma'am?
He did indeed bail me out, but he did come and have the video call, and I did not beg him to get me out. I had already talked to my mother, which is right here, and her and my nephew both had the money to get me out.
Oh, did you tell him that?
Yes, he knew that. My mother even told Mr. McElham that.
Sir.
Yes.
And he just wanted to...
and he insisted that he got it. He loved me. He loved my kids. He didn't want me to be in there.
I love you more than your mother.
Yeah, and insisted on him going down there and getting me.
Okay.
So.
And why didn't you just resist? Say, nope, don't do it.
Well, my mother...
told him that? You said, nope, don't do it?
Well, my mother had told him she was coming to get me. Why didn't I?
Yes,
because
you talked to him.
This all boils down to is...
No. Answer this question. It don't boil down to nothing. Did you tell him not to?
No, I did not.
Okay. Why?
At the time, he didn't tell me nothing about coming and bailing me out.
You said you talked to him about it.
On the phone afterwards.
You said you talked to him. Right, that's what we're talking about, on the phone. You said you talked to him.
Yes, sir.
And I asked you, did you tell him not to come? And you can't tell me you didn't tell him not to bail
No, sir, I
out.
did not tell him to not come.
Okay, what did you say?
I told him that my mother had the money to come and get me out.
So you don't have to, and don't do that.
Yes, sir, I did. That's exactly what I told him. My mother had...
You didn't.
No, I got confused of the question. I'm sorry.
Are you on crystal meth?
Do what?
Are you on crystal meth?
No, sir, I am not.
Were you arrested for crystal meth?
At the time, no, I was not. And then they added more charges.
Anytime?
Yes, I was.
When?
On April the 9th.
Was it associated with that arrest?
Yes, sir.
So you were arrested for crystal meth for that?
I was arrested for that, but I was not on it, no, sir.
What were you doing with it?
They didn't find it on me personally.
I didn't ask you that. What were you doing with it?
I didn't have it on me. It was found in the house. that I was at, and I got charged for it. I was
Do
at
you
the
know how it got in your house?
No, sir. I was just there getting some of my clothes because my baby was real sick, and
So you didn't live there?
No, I did not.
Where did you live?
I actually resided with my mother at the time.
Okay, so you resided with your mother.
Yes.
You went to visit and get clothes.
Yes.
You were the only one there?
No, there was me and 4 other people there, and all of us went to jail.
Okay, and is the case over?
Yes, sir. I'm on probation for it currently.
You were convicted.
Yes.
You're one of the people who are wrongfully convicted. There have been hundreds of thousands, certainly thousands.
Yes,
you
sir.
fit
I
into
was.
that?
Yes, sir. I was wrongfully convicted.
All right, tell me how the trial went.
The trial went, there was a bunch of charges that they threw on me afterwards, and that's the only one
I know,
that
at trial, what happened?
they just said that was the one that I was going to get charged
I know,
with.
you were convicted. So what happened at trial to cause you to be convicted? Can you
We didn't even have a trial. It just went
Well, how
to
did
me
you get
signing.
convicted?
I just signed a plea deal.
You admit it.
Okay, I did, yes.
Go ahead with the second loan, sir.
The second time, Ms. Collins was arrested for driving while suspended. They didn't have all of the money. They were short about $300. I borrowed that from my brother. He sent it to me. He said, use it for that if you want, but you don't have to. I chose to use it.
When was she to repay? I know it income tax time, but
Yes,
when
sir.
did she call you, or when did you speak with her on the first one? The first bail, what date approximately?
If she's arrested on the 9th, I believe I spoke with her on the
January, February,
11th?
March?
May of 2018.
Okay, so she was referring to
No,
that
sir, I
spring's
wasn't.
taxes. No, sir, what?
I did not go to jail in May. It
All right,
was
when did you
April.
go? April,
And-
okay.
It was
Ooh, 30 days.
And she
or,
returned in
or
in
25 or 10, who knows? April, all right, not May. And when was she to repay you? Income tax time?
Well, when she had got her taxes, but I have several messages from her that say that she's going to get a job and make payments. She did make a $40 payment. I absolutely give her credit for that.
Did you?
She did indeed.
I made more payments than that, but
Why?
yes. Because I felt like I did owe it to him because
Oh,
he
okay,
did bond
judgment
me
for the
out.
plaintiff. What is your counterclaim for the harassment? I'm glad you admit to owing. That's nice of
Well,
you.
he has-
What is your counterclaim?
He called my probation officer reporting stuff, trying to get me to thrown back in jail. They have
So what did he say?
He told them that I have security cameras all the way around my house, which is against my probation. He also told them that I go to Florida every
Why can't
other
you
week.
have security cameras?
They tell me I cannot have security
They
cameras.
don't want you to protect yourself from the crooks.
I guess not.
Go ahead.
guess not.
What else?
And also, he claims to be such a good Christian, okay, but yet he allows his children to continue harassing me. We can't even go to Walmart.
What did they do?
They go by my kids. We have 8 kids in total. My nieces and my nephews all walk home from school on a daily basis because my mom just lives right
And
down
some
the road
of them
from
spend
the
the
school.
night with him quite frequently.
No, they do not.
Okay,
Not
never
any
have.
longer.
That's made
No.
up. Go ahead.
Since my son and his daughter broke up, my kids have not been back
No,
around.
we're talking about when they were together.
Yeah, they did spend a few nights there. Yes,
Okay.
they did.
Regularly,
But it was
you
not
said.
because I was on meth at all.
Defendant Misty Collins says she was friends with the plaintiff until he tried to get her thrown back in jail by calling her probation officer.
Go ahead.
Okay, and also they would go by and holler out the window.
They who?
Ashley and their daughters would go by and holler out the window and beat the horn at my
What
kids.
did he do?
I would confront him about it, and he would okay it. It was okay for his daughter. He backed his daughter up 100%.
He said, go ahead. I told her to go ahead.
Yeah, he did. He sure
told
did.
you, I told her to go ahead.
Yes, he did. He absolutely did. And
Ma'am, I
then-
can't believe a word you say. Not one. Not even a half of the words you say. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed. Everything you say sounds like a lie. Have a
No,
good day.
it's not.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now you have your money. You can leave me and my children alone. Please leave my children alone and stop
Because
letting
she
your
won't
kids
have a threesome with you
harass
all.
Are you out of your mind?
No,
I absolutely ask the same. Please just leave my children out of it.
My kids don't bother
I
your
wish you
kids.
guys
My
the
kids
best.
haven't been
We wish you
suspended
the
from
I
best.
really
school.
do.
So please stay
I
your
hope
distance,
you got
okay?
your ring back because they gave it at court the other
I'm not
day.
worried about
I
no
wanted to make
ring.
sure
We
you got
did.
it back.
We did.
So God bless y'all and hope
God
you have a
bless
great
you.
day.
God bless you.
Thank you.
You're such a hypocrite. It's a sight.